So I was lucky enough to spend some time with Sean and Mike from Athletic Motion. They gave me a shirt. Thanks, guys. I went to their indoor facility in Florida, amazing indoor facility that they've built. I went to learn from them. I went to find out what they could do to help me with my golf swing. So this is a lesson for me from two of maybe my most favourite golf coaches out there in the online world. They deal in facts. They measure stuff. They're not clickbaity. They are just literally trying to produce great content, which they do, and help as many golfers and pros as possible. Let's see what they could do for my golf swing. Okay, so this is me where I'm at, and distance is my goal.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
You're
it?
the first golfer that's asked that.
I want to be more consistent and more distant.
Just long and
I
straight.
need to go out and drive Brian, whoever Brian is. But yeah, direction for me, I can manage. I feel like I can manage myself.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Whatever you ask me to do, I can do it and turn it into the shape shot I want.
Well, you're a world-class athlete.
Because, well, absolutely.
All right, good. Let's do solid strike.
Yeah, decent.
All right, let's do one or two more. All right, good.
That's a good one to look
So
at.
we got a nice sample size here.
Yeah.
Just kind of going through, looking for good captures.
Cool. So if we look at those, and I'm really interested to see what you guys see.
Okay.
Again, distance is everything I've been trying to go for. The guys at the JD Golf Academy, they got me trying to stretch that arm
I watched
out,
that video. That was a great video.
Yeah, we did a
Very
video
important.
on. I'd like to see where I am with that.
Yeah, so, all right, so Sean and I are going to talk about you like you're not here.
Yeah, I like that. Raw honesty.
Yeah, as he kind of goes through your force data, we're going to kind of match what you're doing with the ground with the body movements here. And I think right off the bat, Sean, I think we both kind of see the same thing right through here with the lower body.
Yeah.
So right there is a very common look, right? So we've got, Mark, your left knee's at 30 degrees of bend, your right knee's at 34 degrees of bend.
Okay.
So you're missing out on a really good opportunity. As much distance as you've gained the last handful of years, you still have more in the tank. And spiking that left leg a little sooner, was his force late?
Yeah, it's just hanging, the left knee's hanging in there too long.
Yeah.
So you want to, you're doing a good job, recentering, getting over there, but right away you got to start getting that left leg to stretch out and the left side to stretch out.
So left knee too bent, right. Well, it's too bent. The left and the right knee are both bending almost equal amount.
Exactly.
What's the relationship between them that you
You're
would
going
want
to see either a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1
Yeah.
from the guys who can really move it.
So the left maybe should be 10
Yeah.
in this
Yeah, 10 to
instance.
30, something like that would be great. And that also has the effect of getting the side tilt, that virtual spine number, a little higher than what we want to see from a player your quality. We want to see that around 100, 101.
So too much tilt.
Yeah. For some reason, when your legs are staying the same, your upper body's
Yeah,
tipping in there instead of staying on top of it a little bit
Yes, you're
more.
putting a little bit more mass on the trail foot a little too soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. So basically this is sliding underneath.
Yes.
Right.
And then this is almost trying to balance everything up by having
And
to
this
stay
knee
back.
is
isn't it?
staying. They're too far apart. Yep. And they
Yeah.
look like that a little too much
Yeah.
instead of having this boom like that
Yeah.
way.
And that's common, isn't it? I mean, I
Yeah.
see that with amateur golfers.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about it when you first got here. It's like the big difference we see with pros and AMs is when it happens, because you did it correctly, but the ball was gone.
Yes.
So we just missed that little bit of timing. So we're just probably going to have you try to do it earlier.
So get those verticals getting out early, which is something I constantly have to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you grew up probably, you've hit a persimmon in your life probably.
Well, not many, thank you very much.
You've hit a feathery before, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyone that grew up kind of,
That era.
is older than 30 years old,
Yeah.
we see this all the time with them. Absolutely.
We're trying to guide it out there a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
it
safer
is.
shot,
It's a
safer
little
way to play.
paddy, slidey guider, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's just, I can't take the patter out of me, can I?
So right now, it's obviously it's not this exaggerated, but the knees are too far apart and they're almost the same flex. So you've got to feel like they do the opposite thing. So at the top of the backswing, the left knee is bent, or the lead knee is bent more than the trail. I just want them to swap places.
Yeah.
As you do that, the pelvis is going to go forward some, but this motion here is going to allow you to get this out of the ground sooner.
Yeah.
And you have this liquid impact, and your knees will be a little closer together, and hopefully that'll get you a little more on top of it too, where you're not having this little bit of hang back.
And I do fin shots. That's something I do. My bad shot, which is a really good shot to have because it's like front of the green.
Yes.
Yeah.
My default bad shot would be a slight fin, which that would lead into it.
Absolutely.
Show where we'd want that kind of peak for those ground forces as a result of moving the knees better.
Yeah, so right in here, when this club's basically vertical, I want that. And you don't have any problem with that. I looked at your vertical forces.
Yeah, verticals are high. They're just happening a bit late.
Exactly. So, if we can get you moving more there and thinking in your head that I want to stretch this lead side out and let this side come forward a little, I think that should hopefully not only fix that part of it, but get you a little more on top of the ball.
Yeah, which would be great for striking too.
Yeah.
Trail arm, out of interest, how's my trail arm? Because I do feel so. I was 120-ish, I think.
Yeah. So you've done just visually looking at it, it looked way different. Because I remember that video. Yeah, it was in the 20s, right?
120.
Yeah.
96.
That's a very common number.
Yeah.
It's done 96 now, so you're killing it with that.
No problem. No problem. No problem.
How drastic did that feel to change?
That's a huge difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Huge
I'm
difference.
happy with that. I'm happy
You
with
should
that.
be.
Because that just, I mean, Rory, what was he, 70 or 68 or something?
Yeah.
Just
It
get on.
doesn't seem possible.
No, it's just one of the keys for that, for me and for the viewers at home, which is interesting, is trail wrist.
Yeah.
One of the keys to getting me to stretch that out was actually trying to put more extension in that trail wrist.
Probably almost
You've
like
got to
a
get
push
set
away.
from somewhere.
So I was going more this way, so this staying quite flat and then just burying. So what I don't do there, I almost do there.
Yeah.
So I did more there, and then I didn't need to do more there, and I still felt like I was set in the club. Because all was happening when I was trying to take this out is I didn't feel like I was ever completing a backswing. But I wasn't, because I was doing nothing with trail wrist, so not much extended, and then not much bending with that because I'm taking that out. So then I ended up doing not much, and I'm like hitting the ball thinking, hang on, I've not even...
Yeah, there's
It
no
won't go
backswing.
anywhere, right?
Yeah.
No,
So
that's
one of the
great.
triggers for me was actually playing with trail wrist, and this is like for the listeners and the watchers at home, which is so tough. Like, I'm lucky because I've got maybe some knowledge and I'm not afraid to experiment, but I love it when students come back to me going, oh, you wanted me to do X. The way I did it was I felt like my lead foot did it. Oh, great, you're discovering
The awareness.
your feels.
Yeah.
Because this feels like this to me and I can articulate that to you, but I don't know what it feel like to you. So great message for the people watching that.
Absolutely. No,
and
that's
I've
cool.
been down this road before, so I feel like I have some level of, I might be able to do this. Tell me when.
Okay, you're good.
Oh yeah, I totally can do
Yeah, you
that.
can
This
already
is when
see,
my
you
left
can
leg
already see the
snaps.
difference.
My left leg actually starts now to snap back when I do
Okay,
this.
let's do. I still think you got
Couple
a
more.
little earlier in you.
Okay.
Let's go one more. Now, what the thought there? What did you zero in on?
For me, it was hip and shoulder going literally up there,
Okay, you weren't quite up there, but
like really trying to get them
vertical
out.
is- Yeah. All right, that one definitely looked different live.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I felt like I ripped that.
All right, so elbow didn't change.
So elbow stayed at 90 something,
Yeah, 96.
like
Okay,
that.
so that is a pretty good set change that you made there.
Yeah.
There's a left knee coming out of there.
Yeah. So we are now at impact. You actually overshot that one, which is a great way to practice. So you now went from 5 degrees. You went from 30 degrees of left knee bend to 5.
5.
Yes.
So where's the sweet spot?
2 to 1 to 3 to 1.
Okay.
So 10-30, 10-20.
Yeah.
Your right knee is exceptional. That's been 30 the whole time.
Yeah.
So you just kind of overshot it a little bit with the left knee. But it's good to bend that spring the other way
Yes.
so you can kind of snap back down and be in that 10 to 12 range.
Yes, because the chances of me gaining that are probably going to be slimmer. I'm almost pushing
Yes.
that to the extreme in effect.
What about the? Yeah. So this is an interesting
And
point.
here's the cool results of that.
Yeah. So your spine now, instead of tipped back around 105 degrees this way,
Yeah.
now it's 101, upper body more on top of the ball.
Yeah.
Strike should get better. So
Yeah, I love
You
that.
got a 2 for 1.
So basically, rather than me trying to have less tilt in my upper body, it's coming from the knee change,
Just moving better with the lower
which
body.
for me was coming from me actually trying to feel like I was getting hip and shoulder up.
Yeah, it's hard to get that up without
Yeah,
the knee,
that
right?
Straightening. Yeah, yeah,
Unless
absolutely.
you can levitate, that's about it.
And that's going to allow me to promote more force as well,
Yeah, so your force, that's a good point. Your force
or get the force
was
out.
high,
Yes.
okay, before. It's higher now, but the cool part is it's earlier, so it's more useful to
Yeah,
the
it's
club.
more on time to what we're trying to
So
achieve.
roughly at left arm parallel, maybe one frame below left arm parallel, you were maxed vertical, which you said was always a thing being right for you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great trigger.
And it doesn't have to be more complicated than left hip up for you, left shoulder up.
Yeah, if the trigger promotes the better measured movement, then
You
keep
can
pulling
feel
the
crossing
trigger.
your toes if it
Yeah,
helps.
exactly. Yeah. And that's something I have tried to do. That was the trigger for me to get my verticals up earlier or out earlier.
Okay.
Was I could see when I was hitting shots when I first started got my plates. I was so buried
Yeah.
in here. What's interesting as well, I think for the viewers at home who need to bear this in mind, is that so I played recently abroad on a really hilly course. And there was one hole near the end where I was hitting an approach shot on a really steep slope. So I'm stood like going up a real high slope. And I played all that 9 holes, really trying to get out of the lead side, playing quite well. I think I was 2 under, like it was playing well. And then we didn't actually capture this shot because the match was over. I literally just topped, like finned it knee high along from 143 out with my 9-iron off this very excessive slope. Because I distinctly remember standing there thinking, right, I'm getting out my verticals well today. I'm going to try and do it on a real steep slope because I've not tried that before. I wonder what happens. It totally didn't work.
Yeah.
Because obviously gravity was pushing me back and up as well. And then I'm trying to like jump and I literally just finned it. And I thought, cool, this is so amazing. Like, I've got my new swing move. Oh, I'm a better player now. No.
Yeah.
I've now got to go and apply it
100%.
to the million situations that I'm going to find myself in.
Yes.
I'm 2 under going up the last, and I've now just made a bogey on that hole, but could have been worse because my swing fort, which was working, hadn't moved through all the situations. Because on that uphill slope, me staying in that lead foot actually feels. I put another one down where I thought actually I'm just going to do my old swing here and just stay in my lead foot and bury that knee and just pump it up the slope and knock it on the green. 9-iron for 140. It was an easy shot. Like, so it was quite interesting how you've got to apply.
Yes.
Just experience of hitting the shots on the course.
Yeah.
Tee boxes aren't this good of a lie.
Yeah.
So it only gets worse from here.
That's
right.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
absolutely.
So I need to really try and trigger again as early as I can, out and up out of there, isn't it? And I the fact that I've been down that road before does help.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing that's helped me do this is just trying to do it as early as possible.
Yes.
Because my brain's just always behind this movement.
Where did you feel that you starting to make the change there? How early?
On the last swing?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm doing it before I've even hit the ball.
Yeah.
So if you want me to get out of my lead side more, it might not even be visible, but I am rocking more. So I'm properly going, like, I'm doing this more in my head before I hit it. So I'm winding up the spring.
You see it with long drivers.
To let it go, yeah.
See that motion preparing for that.
And I say this in videos and I say it to students and you can see them thinking, oh, but I can't, all that movement, I'll be so inconsistent. I just think, well, let's just at least try it.
Let's try it.
Come on, because I don't think you will. So basically, if I'm very static and thinking hard before a shot, I won't get out of that. But if you want me to get out there earlier, then I need to be like going like that, basically.
It's a skill for the golf swing.
Yeah.
To let movement create better movement.
Yeah, so it's actually coming during the swing. I'm already thinking about it because it's in there from the start, I would say.
Good.
And then the other key factor for me is not being afraid to let that, if you watch my lead foot, just I like it running away like that.
Okay.
No, it's a result. So
Because
you
I
can
know
fake
I
that,
jumped
right?
out of it.
You've seen guys fake that,
Yeah.
but doing it that way, the difference between now when we first started and the swing there is it's happening prior to impact.
Yes. Perfect.
Doesn't need to be more difficult than that.
Yeah, and I love it. I love that that's in the 90s as well.
You killed it on that.
It's good
You
stuff.
killed it on that.